Welcome to the morning of day 13. As you can see, it is a cloudy and misty morning. I had a fairly good night's sleep last night, which is pretty good all things considered. It was, I think, the biggest, loudest storm we have had so far. I stayed fairly dry in my tent, like 95% dry. Woke up fairly dry. I think the storm had sort of blown over by sort of 3 in the morning. I had to drop my pole a little bit because I think I was getting some misting through the really torn areas of fabric. Or it could have just been at the edge of the fab tent. It was too high. I wasn't really pitch ready for a storm. I was also incredibly sweaty last night, which I'm a bit surprised about considering it was a storm and all, but hey ho. So today we have an interesting day. We're going to plan to go to some beautiful lakes, which we were chatting to the guys about yesterday. And apparently they're lovely, but can't see anything at the moment, so we'll see what they're like when we actually get there. I think we've got to go through a town to get there, and then they're just after the Ascent, after the town. So we've got 2 big ups to do today, totaling well over 1,500 metres of ascent, I think. How did you sleep last night, Finn?
I slept well. I got woken up by the thunder, but I woke up wet. Like, I woke up and my bathtub floor was keeping the water in as opposed to letting it run out. Which is sub-ideal.
So a bit of a blister tape up, and then we're going to have our biscuit breakfast, aren't we?
Sounds like a plan.
We made it.
Oh yeah, we've made it to the Col. We've been hiking, we've hiked just about 1,000 kilometres up.
1,000 kilometres, 1,000 metres.
1,000 metres up, horrible cloud. Apparently it's like one of the second hardest ascents on the Tour de Mont Blanc. And it was miserable the whole time.
I think.
But it's beautiful up here.
Yeah, it's clear.
I cannot believe it. Let me give you a view round with the front. This is where we just hiked up from. That cloud, I reckon, was the thing blocking us that was just in this valley. Now we got an epic view of the clouded Mont Blanc. You can see down into the, you see that all that cloud in that valley there? We think that's Chamonix. And there's even sunlight striking those mountains. It's fantastic. Also, Finn and I are going to go for a pack swap this afternoon.
Yeah, let's try this new pack out.
It's going to be interesting. See how it goes.
Right, you know what? Connor's backpack is like insanely light. I just put it on and it feels like I'm not actually carrying anything. It's unfair. It's unfair. This is unfair. I've been carrying more food because I was like, oh, his bad back. You know, his backpack's not lighter than mine. And his backpack weighs like a feather. So we're rolling towards town.
We have just taken a little detour off the Tour de Mont Blanc because it turns out the Tour de Mont Blanc doesn't actually go through the town. We're going to have to do like a 30-minute detour there and then make our way back up the path.
Which means we do have to do a bit of backtracking or zigzagging up the hill.
I think it's going to be quite a steep ascent, but it'll be worth it for a coffee and
food.
More importantly, food, yeah.
Stopping for our luncheon in the town, we had a good fuel up at the shop, got everything we needed, and it was only 15 euros for like a solid day's worth of food. That would have been like 30 euros in Switzerland. I'm so pleased to be back in French prices, and we even got better food as well. Better bread, by far. Stopping for our promised coffee. How's the hot chocolate, Finn?
Really good.
Fantastic. Oh, there's a mirror review. There's 2 Fins. Oh my god, that's too much Fin.
Oh, we're on the move again. Up the hill. Had a great cafe stop just there. Now we're heading up to Lake Blanc.
Meant to be one of the best views, like of Mont Blanc, if it's a clear, flat day. So.
Yeah, we'll see if it happens. The signpost just said 3 hours, 30 minutes. The weather's still holding. It was raining while we were in the cafe, and the forecast is for rain and thunderstorms.
So we'll see what happens.
But we're both feeling optimistic, so
if it rains,
we just got to do this very steep 700 or 800 meters of ascent. See you near the top. Man, this is a nice bit of ascent we're doing here. Rooty, steep, cool because of the lack of sun and trees. I'm really enjoying it. How you doing, Finn?
Pretty good. I reckon we're quite close.
Finn's tackling a sweet little ladder section here. I think we've got a couple of these on the next bit. I do like a good climb. The ladders keep on going, keep on going. They're getting bigger as well. It's pretty cool. Also, epic views. Woo, we made it to the top.
Hey.
Views are pretty sweet up here, and we can see a little bit of lakeage over there. It's not looking fantastically campable.
We'll make it work, though.
That's the spirit, Finn. We'll make it work. Welcome to the day 13 camp spot. I've got my tent pitched up in a storm pitch. Finn has kind of got his in a storm pitch at the moment.
A Finley storm pitch.
A Finley storm pitch, he yells. So that's all fantastic, but more precisely, there's a lake just here. Apparently it's going to be a storm tonight, but we hope it doesn't happen. But that's why we have storm pitch. May in fact go for a lovely swim, just for the sake of the swim. There's also another fantastic lake down there as well. So we got surrounded by lakes, all pitched up ready for a storm.
Yeah.
The rain just started as we pitched up.
I think
and
I'm
just stopped.
quickly inflate my thermarest and dry it while it's not
That's
raining.
a good idea, Finn. I'll get on that as well. Not a lot of space in my tent today because it's pitched so low, but I think it's worth it for the protection. Finn and I have just realised we've broken the lake curse. This is our first lake where it's not been foggy. I can't believe it. It's amazing.
Beautiful views, glacier in the background.
It is just
what else do you want?
so mega here. We're just like revelling in it at the minute.
First lake swim of the trip. It is freezing both in the water and out of it.
Oh, that's proper cold.
How badly cold? Like
Imagine glacial water.
Yeah.
Well, that's what it is.
Haha. Glacial water, he says.
Oh, I'm not sure if I can do it then.
Don't give yourself hypothermia.
I'm gonna scrub my balls a bit.
Okay. I think we should stop here while he clean.
I'm gonna go.
Oh god, this is. If you get hypothermia, I'm not diving in because I almost definitely will. I can't tell if he's having a seizure or it's just cold.
It's good. It's actually not as bad as some of the ones we've done in the past.
Okay.
You're not going any deeper, Finn? You want to go a bit slower? Oh, come on, Finn. Before we get chased off the mountain by angry locals.
I'm in. Clean the bum. Clean the balls.
We going full face? Good man.
It's not as bad as he said. Thought we'd get some food in ourselves before the weather came in. So what have you got for dinner today?
I've got a whole new block of camembert myself. Instead of making a sandwich, you pick one bite of it and
We decided to go no.
so lovely.
Yeah, we decided to go no cook because we were worried about this storm. Well, honestly, I'm feeling really optimistic by what the clouds and weather's looking like. That we're not going to get anything really horrific. Touch wood.
Man, this campsite. We're just sitting here marvelling at these views. It's crazy. It's wonderful. A little bit of Terry and then bedtime.
Good morning, welcome to day 14. As you can probably hear, it is raining not that hard, a little bit in a minute. The forecast is for it to rain pretty much all day, maybe subside a bit this afternoon. It rained all night, pretty much the entire night it was raining, including at about 2 o'clock in the morning. Ridiculously heavy rain, probably the hardest rain I've been in this tent in. It was weird because there was no thunderstorm, I couldn't see any lightning or hear any thunder, but the rain was so driving hard. I was really pleased I had the storm pitch. Even then, a little bit of spray came misting in through that side of my tent over there, which is not a particularly low-pitched part of the tent, but hey-ho. I really need a toilet because I've been needing it since basically 2 AM, but it's been raining, so I haven't got up to go for a wee. So now I need to get up and I've got to walk to Hooches today to finish the Tour de Mont Blanc, which should be a very good walk. I think we've got to go up and over a mountain. I was really hoping it would be not foggy when we went over the mountain this time, because last time we went over this mountain it was foggy and we couldn't see a thing. Do you remember there was cable cars at the top? So fingers crossed when we get there it'll all be lovely.
Finn has reminded me that I forgot to mention last night, just as we were about to fall asleep, it was about 8:30, he got up for a wee and was like, oh, Connor, there's a massive mountain going. I'm pretty sure, maybe it was a chamois, I'm not sure. It was like, there's a mountain going. So I was like, okay, you know, last time we saw mountain goats, they were pretty scared of us, don't worry about it. He was like, it's looking right at me, I feel a bit scared. And he got back in his tent, and then a minute later we hear this crashing, and I look out the front of my tent, and literally a metre away out the front of my tent are two male, huge horned beasts with like 1.5 foot long horns, just going at each other. I was a real distraction from sleeping.
It's been a wet, cold morning.
Yes, it has. We have been traipsing along for how long, Finn?
2.5 hours.
2.5 hours of just
pure rain.
Pure, wet, foggy. We had a slight breakout of views. In fact, if I switch to the front camera, I might be able to show you something, but it probably won't show up with the contrast. But I think we're pretty close to the coal now. We just checked the GPS for the first time. And I think we're probably only half an hour, 45 minutes away from the coal, and then after that, we know where we are because that's where we originally met the GR5. I don't know whether you remember, it was a coal that we didn't film at, and then the peak that was all miserable. So I think we know where we're going. get some foodness and get rolling. This is what we have been walking through. We found a nice ski shelter. This is the first time I managed to get the video out to film because it has been so foggy and horrid. Back in the same cafe. How is the hot chocolate, Connor?
I'm sure it's going to be delicious because it was delicious the first time. It's good. Wow, but what a day though. That was just horrible.
It's miserable.
Really, it just got worse and worse all day. It's the first day we have had 0 rain stopping the whole time. It's just calmed down a bit and it's still raining as we got into the cafe. The forecast is for it to stop raining this evening, so we're going to spend some serious time here.
Welcome to the tent. It is evening, so what an absolute bum of a day, basically. I got up in the rain, made a video in the rain, walked all day in the chucking rain, pitched up in the rain, got in my tent in the rain, got changed in the rain, but now it's all good because I got a very storm-worthy pitch, and I got in my tent. I got all my wet clothes off. I was getting worried today. Actually, I was getting dangerously cold when we were on that mountain coming down into the cafe today, and then when we left the cafe, I was freezing. It's all good now. Yeah, I mean, I had the insulation, I just didn't have it on, and I'm not sure why. I was worried about getting it wet, but I don't think it would have mattered. I should have just put my blue thing on underneath my raincoat. But it's all good now. I'm going to start a new storybook this evening, and that should be good. We also went to the supermarket. We got some food, which we ate immediately because we were freezing cold and wanted to get going. It was just bread and chocolate and stuff. So we're all fed. Have to worry about teeth brushing tomorrow morning. What a horrid day.
Hello, I'm in my tent. It's wet. I got up, it was wet. I walked, it was wet. I lie here, it is wet. But good news is, I have a new story. My tent, yeah, like, I'm kind of on this little island. Don't know if you can see it all. Of dry, in an ocean of water. I hope to wake in nice weather. I look a bit like a mushroom, but I'm rolling with it, okay?